If you're ready to make AI your superpower, welcome. Every video gives you new tools, new tricks, and simple shortcuts to level up your workflow instantly.
I've tested quite a few AI video tools recently, generators, editors, all of that. And honestly, most of them feel pretty similar. You type something and you get a video. But recently, I tried something a bit different. Instead of just generating one video, I tried to see if I could create multiple pieces of content in one sitting without editing manually. So I used NemoVideo for that. And what surprised me is I wasn't really editing anymore. I was just telling the AI what I wanted. Let me show you what that actually looks like. Because on paper, this sounds great, but the real question is, does it actually save time or just change the way you edit? So I started with something simple. Instead of preparing clips or building a timeline, I just gave it an idea, something like create a video about an AI tool that helps creators save time. And within seconds, it started building everything. First, it generated a script. Then it structured the scenes. Then it added visuals and transitions. And suddenly, I'm looking at a complete draft video.
120 seconds long, no vocals. Opens with a tense, low synth pad and sparse piano notes, building unease and anticipation.
Normally, this part alone would take me a while. But here, it's basically done in the background. And this is where it feels different because you're not editing in a timeline. You're not cutting clips, dragging layers, adjusting frames. You're just giving instructions. For example, I tried make the intro shorter, add background music, and make it more energetic. Add captions and highlight important words. And each time, the video updated almost instantly. No re-editing, no rebuilding.
50 seconds long.
It feels more like directing a video instead of editing one. So I kept testing it. There was one scene I didn't like. Normally, I'd go into the timeline, cut it, replace clips, adjust timing. But here, I just typed, replace this scene with something showing content creators working. And within seconds, it changed. Then I tried, add energetic background music, done. Add captions and highlight keywords, done. Make the ending faster and add a call to action, also done. And everything updates in real time. There's no exporting process in between, no waiting for renders. That alone makes the workflow feel much faster. Another thing I noticed is how the workflow feels when you want to improve a video. Instead of creating multiple versions at the same time, you focus on one version and refine it step by step. So rather than starting over, you can just continue from what's already generated. For example, after getting the first draft, I didn't need to rebuild anything. I just kept giving instructions like, make this part faster, change the tone to be more energetic, adjust the ending to feel more direct, and each change updates the same video almost instantly.
Every day, creators like you are grinding, editing, recording, publishing. But what if AI could do the heavy lifting? Creators worldwide are growing faster than ever. More views, more subscribers, more impact. Hit publish. Change everything. Right at your fingertips. Create more, stress less.
So it's less about testing multiple versions and more about quickly iterating until the result feels right. This becomes even more useful if you're creating content consistently. Let's say you're posting regularly or running ads for a product. Normally, scaling means more editing, more time, more cost. But here, you can take one idea and turn it into multiple ready-to-use videos in just a few minutes. Everything is already formatted too. Aspect ratio, captions, pacing, all adjusted for platforms like TikTok or Shorts. So you're not spending time fixing formats. You're just focusing on the content itself. After using it for a bit, There are a few things that stood out. What I like the most is the speed. Once you get used to typing what you want, instead of editing manually, it does feel faster. And the whole all-in-one workflow makes things simpler. You're not jumping between tools anymore. That said, it's not perfect. Sometimes you need to be specific with your instructions. If you're too vague, the result might not match what you expect. And depending on your style, you might want more control in certain parts. But overall, the biggest shift here isn't just speed. It's how you approach creating videos. You stop thinking in terms of timelines and start thinking in terms of outcomes. And that changes the whole process. If you create content regularly, or you're trying to save time on editing, this is definitely something worth trying. I'll leave the link below if you want to test it yourself.